Well, hello everyone and welcome back to 48 Now. I'm digital host AJ Wiest and Huntsville police officer Bruce Jansen. He is back in the station today. If you all remember a few months back now, back in March, Officer Jansen came in and we talked Crime Stoppers, the day in the life of a Huntsville police officer, all that good stuff. And now he is back today. How has things been going since you last came in back in March here in the Huntsville area?
So things have been going really, really well. In fact, I brought some stats for you. If you want, we can look at those. Our Crime Stoppers, all of our Crime Stoppers viewers here in Huntsville have been doing a wonderful job, and I cannot thank them enough for the amount of tips that they are sending in to us. I'm always looking for more tips, obviously. So if you know where somebody that we're looking for is at, please by all means call 53 Crime. So far this year, we have managed to arrest 53 people that we've run on Crime Stoppers, which has solved 90 cases between the City of Huntsville, Madison County Sheriff's Department, and the Madison Police Department, because we partner with all three. 15 tipsters have sent tips in that have led to an arrest, which is pretty awesome.
It's very good.
It's very, very good. Out of those 15, 10 have received payment for their tips. 5 so far have declined payment, but they are still eligible. Tipsters are eligible for 6 months. So should like they be out of town when we pay or something, they can contact us through P3. Let us know that they are still there, that they're wanting to receive their cash reward, and then once we get that, the next time that we pay out tipsters, we will add theirs to our payout roster, and we will message them through P3, let them know what time, where the location is, and all the instructions for them to be able to pick up their reward. So those 5 tipsters still have time to come and pick up their reward. So far this year, we have paid out $2,275 to our tipsters. So not bad at all.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So kind of by month, as far as our arrests go, January we had 9 total arrests from people either turning themselves in or a tipster arrest. February we had 13, March 11, and then April we really skyrocketed up in April. I think the warm weather has helped us. So 20 arrests in April.
Is that a typical trend, like the warm weather?
So I don't know yet, because you know, I started back in August and still getting everything settled, and you know, took over solely in September, and the program has been doing really well. Since I've been the coordinator, I've been very, very happy with the way that we're progressing. And you know, I mean, to me these numbers look good. They can always get better. There's always room to improve, and I'm hoping that again, through y'all's help here at 48, we just partnered with Lamar Signs, so you might see a Crime Stoppers billboard out there on a Lamar sign. And if you know the person that's being put up on the sign or here on 48, by all means, please call us at 53 Crime, and we will work on trying to follow that tip and see if we can get that person in jail. Or if you see yourself on a Lamar sign, hey, come turn yourself in. It's a much easier way to do things. You know, I actually had somebody call. They were on our Valley's Wanted, and they called up and they were like, hey, what do I need to do? And it was, hey, come turn yourself in. And they did. They came and turned themselves in. It's much easier. You don't have to worry about, hey, if you get stopped on for a traffic violation, your car could be impounded. You know, that's extra fees and stuff that you're going to have to deal with. It's much easier just to come down to the police station, turn yourself in, and you know, go through the court process. And you know, that way it's much easier that way, I feel like. But hey, if you don't want to do that, there might be somebody who's interested in up to $1,000, and you know, and if their tip leads to an arrest, then we're going to pay a tipster.
Uh-huh.
So, which is it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do that.
And recently you had a guy who was actually Crime of the Week.
Yes.
Who turned himself in.
Yes.
Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
So our friends up in Lincoln County, Tennessee, contacted Huntsville Area Crimestoppers. Cato Nance, we ran him as our Crime of the Week just a couple of weeks ago. And Mr. Nance was wanted for aggravated kidnapping, aggravated domestic violence assault, aggravated 3 counts of aggravated assault, 5 counts of child abuse, neglect, and endangerment, 1 count of aggravated burglary, and let's see here, 1 count of felony possession, firearm intent to go armed, which all of these are Tennessee charges. Mm-hmm. So Lincoln County Sheriff's Department got a hold of Huntsville Area Crimestoppers, and they said, hey, would you mind running our guy? And I said, yeah, let's run him. And we 48 ran him as our Crime of the Week. We put him on our Lamar billboards, and we ran him on Wednesday night. And by Sunday, he had gone to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in Lincoln County, Tennessee, and turned himself in on all of these warrants that he had. So that's a huge win. We're excited for Lincoln County. We hope that the victims of this crime are okay, and that the court system can proceed with whatever they need to up there.
Absolutely. I want to go back to the numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
So I know it's super early in 2025.
Right.
But kind of like, how is this year compared to years prior as far as arrests or just solving crimes?
Well, so again, being very new at the position, I don't have last year's stats. I do have this year's stats, though. So this year, just kind of as far as the tipsters go, we have had 190 as of the end of April. So April 30th, we've had 190 tips come in to the Crime Stoppers office. And we break those down. Of course, 53 Crimes, sponsored by Southern Dermatology, Dr. Mancuso. He allows us to pay for a call center. So Crime Stoppers, the 53 crime number, is always answered. It's always somebody on the end of the phone. If you call at 1 o'clock in the morning, or if you call at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to get an answer to that telephone call. So as of from January 1st to April 30th, we'd received 90 calls in through 53 crime. And then obviously the P3 app. I know that y'all put a QR code up for that. And so if you go onto the mobile app, for P3, we've had 14 who've used the mobile app. 16 have picked up their phone and just got on P3 through, I guess, their web browser on their phone. And then 17 total have gotten on through their old-fashioned computer. And then we've gotten 3 tips in from other Crime Stoppers organizations throughout the country. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool, yeah. And talk about kind of the importance. Obviously, the tips are super important, but as you just mentioned, working with other cities and other area Crime Stoppers.
Right.
Maybe you might have a few examples of that leading to an arrest, that partnership?
Yes. So, I mean, obviously Lincoln County, as we just spoke about, but recently, one of our narcotics officers contacted me, and he said that there was this young lady, her name is Emily Yates, and she was wanted locally for drug trafficking fentanyl specifically, in our community. And he believed that she had fled to Charlotte, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a Crime Stoppers in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I contacted Charlotte, and this lovely lady named Jacqueline, who's the coordinator up there, she was my point of contact, and I was able to get her, Miss Yates' information. She called me within probably an hour, if not sooner, to get some more information, like her tag number to the last known vehicle that she was in, and just some more details about Miss Yates. I was able to give her that information, and through her license plate reader system, she found that Miss Yates was actually in the Charlotte area and had been on her license plate reader system the day before. So we made sure that our warrant was a nationwide extradition. My records team at the Huntsville Police Department were very, very fast to make sure that that warrant was able to be executed outside of our state. Once that was all confirmed, by 9:30 at night, I got a phone call from an Officer Marino in Charlotte, and he sat there and was like, "Hey, we're pretty sure we've got her in this house. Is there anything else you can tell us about Miss Yates?" And I said, "There's not a lot I can tell you about her, other than I know she's wanted." Got him a hold of the investigator who had actually worked all of the drug trafficking case, and by 10 o'clock Central Time, she was in custody, and she is currently awaiting extradition on a $1.5 million bond.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, a young lady who was wanted out of Huntsville and found in Charlotte, North Carolina, all that process took probably 5-6 hours, and in custody. So,
thanks to Crimestoppers.
Thanks to Crimestoppers, yeah, not just Huntsville area, but Charlotte Crimestoppers, and of course, you know, Crimestoppers is throughout the country, and I think throughout the world there's Crimestoppers, but you know, the program works, and the reach of the program, again, I mean, we're talking another time zone, you know, multiple states to get to Charlotte, North Carolina, and yeah, it's amazing how well this program works and how fast all of our partners in law enforcement can react. So I'm just super proud of that and super impressed with how well that worked.
Yes, sir. And I know you've been with the force here in Huntsville since 2005.
Yep.
Just like, have you noticed any crime recently that maybe is occurring more frequently than maybe back in 2005 when you first started?
Well, you know, I mean, shoplifting has always been with us, unfortunately. You know, we ran our Crime of the Week last night as I believe it was 3 individuals that shoplifted at Queen Bee.
Yes.
And, you know, the state changed the law, which was a positive thing. They made a law called retail theft. And so a lot of shopliftings that would have, you know, in the past been a misdemeanor have now been changed to a felony, which is retail theft. And so for me, that's kind of the newest thing, even though retail theft in the grand scheme of things probably is not new. You know, it was just categorized as shoplifting in the past. What I'm seeing is I am running a lot of people on our Valleys Wanted for retail theft, and because either they go into the same place and they steal multiple occasions, or they go into a place with someone else and they steal. And those, what would have been shoplifting in the past is now retail theft, and it's a felony. And you know, it's not good for anybody to steal. And so, you know, now there's even more of a there's more punishment for it now, from where in the past, you know, depending on what the dollar value was, and they wouldn't kind of roll them together. You know, in the past it was just, hey, this was one misdemeanor, that's one misdemeanor, that's one misdemeanor. Well, now, hey, if they can prove that you have hit a business or you know, somewhere over and over and over again, they will take all of those, and now it's a retail theft and it's a felony. So that one's the kind of the biggest one that I've seen.
Interesting. Yeah, that reminds me, I just found it interesting, kind of related, that couple that was stealing or trying to steal money out of the pool tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of relates to retail theft there.
Yeah.
But how would you say, like, I know you just started back in September,
Yep.
but how has Huntsville Area Crimestoppers kind of changed over the years?
Well, you know, it started back in 1984, and I feel like that as it's grown as the community has grown. You know, you got to think about Huntsville back in the 80s. what wasn't here back in the 80s, like 565, got built when, then the Parkway. I mean, just the area was smaller.
Right.
Just going back to when I started in '05, the city was, probably in the top 5 of the largest cities in the state, and now we're the largest city in the state. And we keep growing, and I feel like Crimestoppers here in Huntsville has, changed with the times as the cities continued to grow. I can only speak to my tenure, which is very short right now with Crimestoppers. Hopefully will be a nice long partnership, but it's one of those things where, like, when I started, we moved to the call center, and we got one of our sponsors to sponsor the call center because it's manned 24/7, and our tipsters now are able to call at any point in time. They don't get an answering machine; they get a real person on the phone.
That's right.
They get to give their tip, and the call center is great because if you call, and I'm the only one in the office, so if you called and I'm out of the office, you went to a voicemail, and then I didn't get the voicemail until I got back. Well, now, if you call in the call center and you tell them, hey, this person is wanted, they're there at this location now, the call center will call police dispatch, whether it's here in Huntsville or wherever the person may be, Decatur, Limestone County, wherever. Our call center will sit there and call the police or sheriff's department or whoever in that area and say, hey, there is a wanted individual that was run on Crimestoppers. They are at this location. Will you please send the police? And actually, some of our tipsters that will be paid in June that I took to the board this month in May, their calls were like that. They contacted the call center. The call center then contacted the appropriate dispatch and said, hey, there's a person at this location. Police were sent, and an arrest was made. And because that arrest was made off of that tipster's tip, that tipster is due a cash reward. So, it's grown. The hope is that we can start expanding our Crimestoppers. I know that the board, the Huntsville Area Crimestoppers Board, has spoken about expanding out and trying to work with our partners, our law enforcement partners in North Alabama. And so I know that's a goal, and it's something that we're going to work toward to see if we can try to get as many of our law enforcement friends in North Alabama to join Huntsville Area Crimestoppers, and that way that we can help more communities.
Last time you were in, you said you're working with the Madison County Sheriff's Office, and the hope is to continue expanding.
Yes, so
Sure.
We work right now with Madison City, Madison County, and Huntsville Police, and there are. Criminals are not, they don't just hang out in one spot, right? They go all over. And what is interesting to find is we had a tipster. Actually, I took their tip this month to the board, and their tip got approved. But we had a tipster that gave us a tip on an individual, and they wound up clearing, by the arrest of this one person, 14 criminal charges that were pending on this bad guy, and three of the charges were felony charges. It was 2 burglary thirds and a criminal mischief first, and then it was, I believe, 11 traffic warrants, and that's a big deal. That's not bad, and the tipster is due a reward, cash reward. It got approved, and so we've reached out to all of our tipsters who got approved in the month of May, and so check your P3. Check your P3. You might be eligible for a cash reward.
Get that money.
Yeah, and and if you're out of town or whatever, I mean, obviously, like I said before, you're eligible to receive it up to 6 months. So is what the Huntsville Area Crimestoppers Board has agreed upon. So our tipsters have up to 6 months to claim their reward, and so hopefully our 5 tipsters, if you're listening, you still have an opportunity to get your reward if you're interested, and if you're not, that's okay too. So there are people that will send us tips. They're not interested in a reward. They're just interested in helping the community, and we're very appreciative of that.
Right, absolutely, and it's a very efficient process. I love to, I would love to see it only continue growing.
Yes,
I'm sure it will. But I know you all hold live auctions and events frequently to raise money for those Crime Stopper tips.
Yes.
Can we expect any of those this year?
I believe, I have not heard from the board whether we're going to do an auction this year or not. I do know that we have received a car from the city of Huntsville. It's a very, very nice white Ford Fusion. It used to be an investigator's car, I believe, for the police department, and it's in really good shape. It really is. I was like, I may have to bid on this myself. I'm fairly certain that there will be something this year. I don't know if it'll be an auction. I know that the car will wind up being for sale, but the board has not yet told me what the plan is, so or when. But as soon as they do, I promise I will come back and I will let everybody know. But I do know that that we have been donated a vehicle from the city of Huntsville, and that it probably will get auctioned off.
Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Right. I'll have to look for it for sure. And that the money that's raised from those auctions, that does go towards paying off tipsters.
Yes. So I think it was it November, December timeframe, we did the auction last year, and we had so many items. In fact, there was a Chevy Impala that was donated by the city of Huntsville. And all of these items got auctioned off, and all of that money went to paying our tipsters. So if you are interested in becoming a sponsor or donating to Crime Stoppers, by all means, you can contact 53 Crime, talk to my call center. They'll get you in touch with me, and then I can get you in touch with a board member who can lead you in the right direction. So I mainly deal with arresting our bad guys. So as far as knowing, how and when the auction and stuff is, I have a very good board. I'm very, very blessed to have a very, very good board, and they work hard to make sure that our Crime Stoppers here in Huntsville is working well.
When we last spoke, you mentioned some of your hobbies.
Yep.
I know the 24 Hours of Lemons.
Yes.
That race is coming up, I believe, in July.
So, we have the next one that I think would go to is in September. It's in Kentucky, and it is at the National Corvette Museum Motorsports Park. I think that's the long name of it, but it's where the Corvette plant is.
That's cool.
And NCM for short, I think, is the acronym for it. But I'm not yet sure if we're going to make it. We've got some team members that went out of town, and so they're trying to get the money back to where it needs to be to be able to afford to go racing. It's a fun hobby. It's not a cheap hobby.
Right.
But then I had a team member. She had hip surgery, so got to make sure she's in good enough shape to press the clutch and hit the brakes. So, but yeah, hopefully we get to go. Car is in pretty good shape. Need to go down and see our our mechanic, and then, just have him look at the car and make sure that the car's where we need it to be to go and race for 2 days in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then hopefully if we're able to go, then get the car back in one piece, and then hopefully December go to Road Atlanta, which is over in Georgia. And if you've never been there, it's a beautiful facility. So is Kentucky. It's always funny. Everybody asks if I get to go when we go to these tracks, if I get to go, because Barber down in Birmingham, they have the museum. Never been. Never get to go because I'm too busy. We're working. We're
It's
working.
a busy job.
Yeah, we're working with the race car. We're having
Right.
fun. We're doing race car things, and it's. I want to go. I'm not a Chevy guy. I'm sorry if you are. I'm not a Chevy guy. I'm a Ford guy. Grew up a Ford guy, and but I would love to go to the Corvette Museum and get to tour that. But obviously, when we're up there, we're racing, and our focus is on racing, and all of the stuff that we do during, I guess, the museum's hours is focused on whether it's getting the car prepped and through the inspections and stuff that we have to do. And so we just normally don't have time to get to the museums. But when it comes to the race, we are there, and we love our friends at the 24 Hours of Lemons. They make some hilarious YouTube videos. If you've not seen them, I'll send you a couple.
I'd love to see some.
Yes. So I think it was 2021, we won our class at Road Atlanta, and a friend of ours, a friend of the race team, his nickname is Sloth, and he made us a commercial, and we sent it to Lemons. And it's based off of an 80s Ford Thunderbird commercial, but he uses our race car. And it's the classic 80s music, and it's the graphics. He did an amazing job. And he put that together. We sent it to Lemons just to show it to them. They added it to the video of the recap of the race that we won our class in, and that was so cool. So I'll send you that one.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Yeah,
that'll be. And if you want to, you can tag it on the back of this.
That's right. For sure. Well, Officer Jansen, that's all the questions I have today.
Yeah.
If maybe I didn't ask something you'd like to add, feel free.
We're good,
But
man.
I'd love to have you in again
Yes,
sometime.
I love coming and doing this.